All right, so I just finished my stainless steel upgrade. I'm going to tell you how I did it so you can do it too if you want to. All right, so when I started out thinking about this, I was really dissatisfied with all of the rust on the front shelf that I have with my Blue Smoke smoker. So the hard thing about it is there's a bunch of nooks and crannies in that expanded steel, and it makes it really hard to recoat it with oil and to get the rust off. The other hard thing is that this firebox, the fire, it heats up the smoker, so putting oil on that is easier, but this thing, it doesn't heat up very much at all. So a lot of torch on this. You have this this tubing. It's kind of thick, so it takes a lot of heat from the torch. All a hassle. Trying to get the rust off, a hassle. Trying to recoat it, a hassle. So I just didn't want any more of that. So I was thinking to myself, what can I do to help this situation out? So the first thing that I did was that I took the oil that I already had off using some degreasing solution. I also used these brushes here, and I just brushed the junk out of it. And after that, I coated it with some high heat black paint. Now, as you can see, this metal here is right next to the firebox, and it's touching this. So there's going to be some transfer of heat from the firebox to here to the shelf. I'm hoping that it's not a lot. Hopefully I have a really good bond with the paint on the metal, but time will tell. So I did that, and then I wanted the stainless steel to go on top. Now, I started out with a supplier that was near to me, All-Rose Steel, over in Greensboro, and I could have gotten a top piece that was from used steel, and I probably could have gotten it between $60 and $70. I called them up and I thought about that, but I really wanted the front part here. I wanted it to go over the front of the shelf, and that is something that they quoted me a price for that was up in the $400 to $500 range, and I was like, that's just not any good. Is there anything else I can do? So I started looking around, and I discovered that there are automated shops online that will cut and bend metal for you. So I needed this L-bend. So I found OSH Cut. Now there's a few others out there, but one thing about OSH Cut is that they would do the length that I needed. There was another one that didn't do quite the length. So I measured this with a measuring tape, and it is, I believe, 47 long by 10. So 47 by 10. Now when I added on this front part, that was 1.5. Now one mistake that I made was I didn't factor in how thick the expanded metal was at the top, and that's why I have this little band right at the bottom here. Doesn't matter to me too much, but that is what it is. So if I had been doing it differently, maybe I would have added in whatever that small length or that small height is on the expanded metal. And then I thought about, how am I going to get this to the OSH Cut people so that they can do it? Now, you have what's called a DFX file, and that is what they use. Now, I don't have any experience making DFX files, so I went on to ChatGPT and I said, these are the dimensions that I have. I want an L bend and I want a DFX file, and please make it for me. And it did make it for me. And then I uploaded that file to OSH Cut, and it spit back some more stuff at me. And part of what it told me back was the bend is going to take a certain amount of space right? So you need to adjust for that. And so I took those numbers and I went back to ChatGPT and I said, hey, make me a new one and put this into the formula so that it's correct. And I wish I could show you that it was perfectly even, but like I said before, the expanded metal up here didn't do that. So just wanted to show you this price breakdown from OSH Cut. It's been about $230 out of pocket overall. I got some hardware, some brace bands, some metal brace bands that I got off of Amazon, and I got 3/8-inch hex bolts with nuts and washers, and I put this on myself. I had a drill bit, a drill, I drilled, and I put them on, and now it is very tight on here. Now, you can do this yourself. All you need to do is take, you know, whatever your smoker is, get out your measuring tape, figure out how long is it gonna be, how wide is it gonna be, do I want any L-bends? You can call up, you know, a place like All Rose Steel near to you and see what they have. Like I said before, sometimes they have used steel, you know, used stainless steel. Now I chose 304 stainless. When I went on to OSH Cut, there were several different options. I got 20 gauge. 20 gauge is pretty thin. Because it's stainless steel, I don't expect it to rust. I expect it to stay just like it is forever and ever. So it being thin doesn't really matter to me, right? It makes it easier overall, actually. So easier to, you know, get through, easier to do what I need it to do. Now, if you know how to use a drill, a tape measure, and can use some wrenches to get some bolts into place, you can do this and make a nice stainless front shelf for yourself that will hopefully cover everything up, keep everything from rusting, and be a good thing for your smoker. I think of this as my forever smoker. I want it to last my whole life. I want to hand it down to my son. And when I thought, what am I going to have on the front of this thing? I want it to be something that's good and will last and will do its job. All right, and not be too much maintenance like it was before. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have any experience doing something similar, please put it down in the comments. Y'all have a great day, and as always, go get your smoke on, y'all.